Hello everyone, today we have new video review, and as you can see, this time we are going to talk about fresh release from Miniart. This kit is made in 1/35 scale and it copies European agriculture tractor with cart. So it's quite an interesting combo, I would say, because basically you get all the necessary things for a simple diorama, and we have a commercial sample here, so it means you will get exactly the same stuff if you get it from Modelimex, for example. And of course we are going to open it right now and check what is actually supplied in this nice box. So first of all, here is comparison with my hand. I would say it's a typical size for this type of release from Miniart. So if you've seen some previous tractors from this brand, you won't be surprised here. And on the side you will find some information about the manufacturer, safety advices, while on the opposite side there are some cover profiles, but I'm not taking some time to show them because we will be checking them in a bit more detailed way when we will be taking a look at the marking guides. Okay, so here is the, let's say, contents of this box. As you can see, everything is packed into one plastic bag, and then we have assembly manual on the bottom, and decals and P, they are coming also in the plastic bag. So now I'm going to open them. I think you can hear the plastic bag, and now just need to take out this plastic spruce. Okay, so first of all, I suggest we start with decals and P thread because they were in the top. So first of all, here is the decals sheet. As you can see, it's not that big, but it comes from Decograph, so you shouldn't be worried about any quality issues, and this thing should be easy to apply on your tractor. Next, we continue with quite small PE thread. It is supplied in a large envelope, but obviously the thread itself is quite small. Here you can see all the parts, but still it's good to have these metal parts out of the box. It means that you will be able to replicate some fine features on your tractor. Next, we continue with two gray plastic sprues which carry the same set of parts, so I will leave one here because they are absolutely identical. And here you can see all the road wheels for this tractor, and in my opinion all these wheels, they look quite good, and it's actually great that we get the plastic wheels, not the vinyl wheels, because such stuff should be easier to paint and weather, and it should look a bit more natural on your model once you finish it. Okay, let's remove a bit of dust. And here we continue with some Pioneer tools. So as you can see, this thing can be considered as a nice bonus for a full picture of this diorama, because you can put it in the trailer and it will look natural, and trailer won't be empty because there is nothing to put inside. Next, we continue with the figures. So box art featured the driver figure, and yes, it is included into the standard package. And again, I'm happy to see it because it should be handy for a nice, simple scene with this tractor and driver. Note that this design is quite typical for 1/35 scale figures. There are no guiding elements whatsoever, so be careful while joining all these parts because it will be quite important to get the right fitment between them. Next, we continue with the parts for the trailer as far as I can guess. So here we can see the attachment device. We also can see the wheel axles and hubs. And if I flip them over, you can see that they're empty inside, but that doesn't mean that it's not like on the real, let's say, prototype. And we have one more figure, surprisingly. So I'm not sure why there are two figures supplied. Maybe one will be placed in the trailer, but here you can see another guy, because frankly speaking I did not notice that somebody was sitting in the trailer. So here is another guy, and pretty much the same design as the first one, so it means no guiding elements. Next, we start with tractor parts. So here you can see exhaust tube, also some parts for the front bonnet, driver's seat, and everything looks fine. I like the pre-molded details here. They look impressive for this size of the model. And here you can check these parts from the opposite side. Obviously, it would be a wise idea to use the special tools in order to carefully separate all this stuff, because otherwise it will be a bit tricky and you might even break the parts, and then it's not that easy to fix them. And again, this is quite, I would say, important with all these thin parts which you can see here, because these are various pipings for the engine. And by the way, that's the cab floor panel. Here we have the top panel for the bonnet and another type of the exhaust tube, as far as I can understand. Molding quality seems to be clean, so here I don't have anything to complain about. And maybe just to give you a better idea of what we are getting on the floor panel, so here it is. It's a good material for some weathering ideas, maybe at least some scratches would be a wise idea to replicate, because it will make the whole appearance a bit more natural. By the way, there is one more sprue with all these tools which we saw before, so basically there are 2 of them in the kit. Next we continue with the wheel fenders for the tractor. These ones come as a complex one-piece parts. As you can see, they're molded together with these frames, and again, such design should be easier to install. We have also some guiding elements here, so do not worry, it's not as difficult as it might seem to be. Next we continue with the drivetrain. So here you have to assemble all these parts together. As you can see, the components are divided into 2 halves, but I don't think it will be a difficult thing to do. And of course, be patient, pay attention also to all the possible gaps and seams, and you will be fine. Next we continue with another part with the front bonnet parts. So here you can see these side panels. We also have some suspension parts, as far as I can see, and also a lot of thin elements. So again, you have to use the plastic saw, because otherwise it will be really tricky. And next we have a small surprise in form of parts for the front. I mean, not the front, it's just the trailer, because here we have the pair of identical sprues, and I will show you one in a second. Here we have a wooden trailer which will be attached to the tractor from behind. So you can see that wooden panels actually feature the wooden texture on them, and that's really cool, because it might be a good opportunity to play with your wood painting skills and maybe wood weathering as well. So as you can see, these road wheels are also one piece. That's also a good thing. And all in all, I don't think that this trailer will be difficult to assemble, so it's just a matter of gluing all this stuff together and paying attention to the overall fitment of these parts. Okay, next we continue with assembly manual. So this one is provided in form of color printed brochure. I'm going to zoom out right now. So here we have a short list of the features. Next we continue with the parts map. As usual, Miniart does not show which parts are not used in this build, so pay attention, because it might be a bit tricky in some places where you will be getting, let's say, the same identical parts in different versions. The assembly process starts with the drivetrain. So here, as I said before, you have to glue halves together. And next we continue with the bonnet panel, which will be installed on the top, and then we start working on the cab, or let's say the driver compartment, where we have all the control elements quite nicely copied. And this is quite impressive that we get a lot of stuff out of the box, and the only things which you might add here and there is the minor wiring or something else, but obviously you will need some reference material for this. Here we have also cart, and also we have 2 figures. So one figure can be placed as the tractor driver, I guess, and another one can be placed as the cleaning, maybe, or attaching the trailer. And here you can see the marking guide. So 2 marking options should be supplied in this kit. That's the first one, and that's pretty much all. That's weird. It was said that there should be 2 of them, but we have only 1. Interesting. Nevertheless, as I said before, you can find also some reference material and just paint it in whatever color version you would like to. And this kit should be already available. You can get it in Modelimex webshop. Of course, I will be happy to hear your opinion about such a list. Do not forget to write it here in the comment section below. If you like this video, do not forget to press the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and of course I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye.